I always love the look of Crackle glass. I see these in the store and I wonder, how do they make this? And I looked it up and it seems that they do this when they're blowing the glass pieces. So it involves a lot of heat and equipment that I don't have. So I've been playing around with some different glass pieces trying to figure out how to recreate this look. And I think that I may have finally cracked it, so to speak. So I am going to show you how I create pieces that look like Crackle glass using just crayons and glitter glue. Okay, so what you're going to use to create this Crackle glass effect is a nice piece of glass, whatever you want to use. Make sure it's nice and clean. And I'm using Crayola crayons. Now the Crayola crayons work best. I tried the Dollar Tree and it didn't work as well. I'm also using glitter glue, and I got this from the Dollar Tree. It came in a pack of 3. And you're going to use a medium to small paintbrush. You're also going to need a clear protective coating to spray the pieces when you're finished. Let's get started. This is pretty simple. Doesn't take long, but it gives you a nice effect that really does look close to Crackle glass. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is start by drawing the cracks on the glass. I'm using the crayons to do that, and I've just wiped the glass off. You're going to make sure that the glass is not too oily so that the crayons will stick to the glass. So I'm going to look at this piece right here and see, actually how the cracks are formed. And this looks like it might be complicated, but it's not. We're just doing lines, basically. I'm going to be using a white and a dark gray crayon. And I'm going to start with the gray crayon, the darker one, and I'm going to just draw lines vertically all the way across the piece. And I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Make sure you draw the lines all the way through. I'm just going to go around and make sure you get that lip. They don't have to be straight lines. I'm just doing the vertical lines first. I'm drawing lines on the bottom of the piece too. Okay, so I'm going to come back and do my horizontal lines, but I'm making them kind of curved, because this looks like it's made up of pieces that are kind of oval pieces. So I think if I just go around and make these big curves on the piece, it'll make those little basic pieces that are kind of oval looking. So you're starting to make this nice pattern. You want to go all the way up the lip. Just like coloring. I'm gonna also go back and do some strong crack lines. So I'm just going to do some squiggly lines in here. Just to make it interesting. So I did a straight line up and then squiggly lines coming out of that that line. I want to have some kind of definite detail crack. I'm gonna go back with the white and do the same thing. Start from the bottom, do some vertical lines. And then after you go all the way around, do those horizontal lines. And you could do them heavy or light. Do a combination of light and heavy to make a lot of little tiny cracks in the piece. When you do straight lines with squiggly lines at cross hatch, you sort of get that kind of broken glass effect. Okay, make sure you put some detail on the lip. And also, you want to put some lines right at the top of the lip. So you do this until you get the crack pattern that you like. And I think that's pretty close. You could add more detail if you want. Again, I like to do some stronger lines with the white also. So next step, we're going to use the glitter glue. Okay, so now we're going to paint this with some silver glitter. Using a small brush, but you're going to put this on pretty thick. Okay, so take a nice big gob of it, and I'm going to start from the top, and what I'm going to do is just paint it on in a cross hatch motion. So the glitter glue is doing a couple of things. It's going to give the glass piece a sparkle like this piece has with the broken glass pieces. So it's gonna give it that sparkle, and it's gonna protect the crayon underneath. So it's like a coating that's going over the piece. So I'm putting this on pretty thick so that where I do the cross hatch, it'll leave some lines of glitter. So just go all the way around the center first, and I'm going to turn it over and do the bottom. And when that dries, I'm going to do the top, the lip part. See how it's looking? It's starting to give it that shimmery, sparkly look. Now I'm going to let this dry, probably about a half an hour to an hour, and then turn it over and do the lip, and we'll almost be done. So after it's completely dry, I am going to spray it with a clear protective coating. That'll help make this more permanent, and the glitter glue does not like water, so you want to spray it with a coating and make it waterproof and make it last longer and keep the glitter in place. It's very important that you spray the piece with a clear protective coating. Without the coating, the effect you created will come off with water. So use 2 coats and make sure the entire outside of the glass piece is coated. And let the coating dry completely before using. So this is a pretty good substitute for the Crackled glass look. It's not exactly, or not real Crackled glass, but it looks just as pretty. And it's a nice, quick, elegant alternative for just a couple of bucks. Check out our new home store, where you can shop for home, art, crafts, and bargains at some of your favorite craft stores.